Hi there, Dr. Beth Westy here, and today I'm going to talk about nutrient timing for exercise, really focused around any hormone issues. So this can be thyroid issues, adrenal issues, stress, cortisol issues, other estrogen dominance issues, everything else. All this is in honor of my upcoming book, The Female Fat Solution. And I do have a new challenge group started, so if you have any of these issues going on and you are wondering if this is going to be the right thing for you, you can click on the link here and learn more about the challenge group. Again, if you have questions, you can comment below or message me. Also, this is going to be really fun. I'm really excited about this. So if you find this information really helpful, if you would click the share button, I would be so grateful to you because not enough women know enough about nutrient timing for their bodies when it's not mainstream, right? When it's a little bit off, a little bit skewed. Sometimes what women read about or focus on for nutrient timing is really just kind of the same old recycled information that's focused on men, that doesn't really work, etc., and women wonder why they struggle or wonder why they're having a hard time or wonder why they're not getting these results or wonder why I feel like I can work out for a little bit, but then my body just, I get so tired and I feel like I just crap out and I can't do it anymore. Why is that? Bam, it comes back to fueling your body correctly. So let's talk about this. Now, the three timelines I have here are just 30, 45 minutes, and 60 minutes of exercise. And a few different things about this is that if you are exercising longer than 60 minutes and you have hormonal issues going on, unless you're training for something like a marathon, I wouldn't go over this necessarily until you get your hormonal issues under control. Otherwise, it can be really, really tough on your body to have your hormones kind of get in sync when you're stressing yourself out by going longer than 60 minutes. I mean, if you're going for like a 2-hour run or something, wow, that's a little much, especially when your body's under a lot of stress already trying to deal with the underlying hormone stuff. So, stuff, that's a technical word, isn't it? Okay. So, 30 minutes here. Now, this is you're doing any type of exercise. This is, some type of exercise that is pushing you more. It is really focused on, I'm exerting myself, I'm doing some type of interval training, I'm doing some type of weightlifting, I'm going for a run or something like that. This is more than just a leisurely stroll in the park or going to the store or whatever. This is really trying to push yourself. So at that 30-minute mark here, you'll notice I've marked this down here as well. Let me just write in here glucose and then glucose. At that 30-minute mark is where you need to have a glucose injection. That's really, really important to make sure your body does not start releasing a ton of cortisol and that your body does not start targeting your muscle tissue as it breaks down. You want your body to target fat cells and use different sources of energy other than your muscle. You want to build the lean muscle and support that as much as possible. So most elite athletes, especially endurance athletes, they do this. They always do this. And it's such a good practice to get into the habit of because it does make a difference. When you start really focusing and tightening these things up, the result that your body has because it's supported correctly is completely different. It's amazing. So this 30-minute window here, you're doing a workout, you're going for a run, you're pushing yourself, but at that 30-minute time mark, you're done. After that 30 minutes is done, having some type of protein, some type of carb, and then glucose. That glucose is needed right away, of course, because you need it here to help upload into your body quickly so it doesn't release any cortisol or it doesn't release as much. So that's mitigated. It's kind of managed better. So right when you're done with that workout, having some type of glucose is important. So sometimes Gatorade has some artificial stuff in it, but some other type of healthy Gatorade. I posted a recipe for a natural Gatorade that you can make. There's other stuff out there that's good for you. Again, if you have questions on some of that stuff, don't hesitate. But so having some type of glucose right there, and then oftentimes you can mix it in with a whole shake too at this time because it's a shorter workout. You can mix it all in together. Your body's going to process that glucose really quickly because those sugars get uploaded immediately. The carbohydrate amount can be a little bit uploaded a little bit slower. And then you have that protein there. Again, I recommend at least 20 grams because that's what at least, right? At least 20 grams that you need, because that's what starts that protein muscle synthesis. So this is being really specific. This is really breaking it down here. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. I was trying to make sure you guys could see that, because I don't know if the light is funny on it. 30 minutes. This is weird because I do the camera flip now, so I don't have to write backwards, but it makes me weird with this. Okay, so 30 minutes, protein, 20 grams there, and then making sure that you're getting some type of carbohydrate and then some type of glucose. Now I messed it up, and now it's ruined. Now it's weird. Not that one. I feel like this light is shining over here. Let me move it. Is that better? That's a little better, isn't it? That's better. You can lie to me and say it's better. Okay. So, okay, 30 minutes. Having that glucose gets uploaded right away. At protein, at least 20 grams. You can do more. I do more after. I do 24, 36, at least, something like that. And then a carbohydrate. If you don't have carb in your shake, you need to add it, like oats, like quick oats or something like that. You can add to a shake. But that gets uploaded a little bit slower. And then, of course, there's healthy fats in there, too. I'll write that down. Fats all are supposed to be in there because you're supposed to have a complete nutrient in there, but that's not one of the main components. Anyway, okay. Next one, 45 minutes. At that 30-minute time mark, gotta have that glucose injection. Keep that cortisol levels down. Make sure that last 15 minutes that you're focused on muscle building, strength, endurance, whatever it is, that's focused on pushing your fitness more, not breaking your body down and having it be harder to build back up again. This is a piece where people really just miss the boat completely. It's, oh, I'm working out and I'm really pushing myself. Ooh, yes, but if you're not having that glucose in, then this piece here is doing more of a breakdown, which is not what you want, because then your body's trying to rebuild and it's got nothing left. So glucose here, and then really getting that protein again, 20 grams of protein, and again having that carb there after, and of course some healthy fats. So if I were to say grams here of this, again, at least 20, I'll just put 25 because I like more myself. Carb, you're going to want carbohydrate after. That's going to help upload more energy. So again, you can have anywhere from 15 to 25 then grams of carb here, and then let's say 5 grams of fat, just to round it out, something. 60 minutes, same type of principle here, but again, at that 30-minute time mark, you gotta have that glucose injection. That's gotta be there to make sure you're not stressing your body out more. Otherwise, again, this entire point here, your body's breaking down more, it's really getting depleted, and that cortisol starts going out of control, and that's gonna mess up the rest of the hormone issues. You know, that's going to be, instead of really boosting your metabolism and really working with your body, it's going to be breaking everything down, and your body systems get too taxed. So the hormones then can't be regulated and play nice with each other, essentially. It's just like freaking out like, oh my God, just like that. So glucose injection here, same thing here afterwards, protein, carb, and glucose again. So you could do the same thing here, but again, you'll notice I have glucose again. Some glucose again to get uploaded quickly, to get, into your system so that, again, your body can recover really, really quickly. And it's allowing it to build more muscle, not break it down. What you recommend for glucose within the 45 to 60 minute workouts. So great question, Vivian. So one of the things for glucose here, I posted it before. I can post it below this video too. I like to make a homemade electrolyte beverage. I don't like Gatorade and Powerade and stuff. Yes, like the principle behind it is very good, but they put artificial colors in it and other junk. No way. Especially if you have hormone issues and you're putting artificial junk in your body, it's really going to wreak havoc on your endocrine system. So for something like this, the recipe I have, which I'll post again, is it's coconut water. I think it'll say the cups. I can't recall off the top of my head. Like 2 cups or something of coconut water, and then there's like a cup of juice, right? The last batch I made, I went to Costco and I got these containers of coconut oil or coconut water, and I put like 3 of those in there, And then I put a 1/4 cup of like mango juice in because it's fun. And then you put a little like pinch of salt and then pinch of, what was it? Magnesium and calcium. Those are the symbols for magnesium and calcium powder in there, and then you can dilute it with water a little bit too. So you want the electrolyte piece there, you want the sugar piece here, and then other things. You don't have to use coconut water, you can use regular water, and just add the juice to flavor it, but that's the sugar component there, like pure juice, no corn syrup, nothing like that, like 100% juice there, and then having some salts and magnesium, calcium. That's the electrolyte piece. So that's a very brief recipe there. Otherwise, there's other things that you can get at the store. I order mine online, so if you're curious about what my favorite is, I can tell you. But otherwise, yeah, you can get them at the store. Clean sources, you know, that don't have any artificial stuff in it. But that's a glucose. Some people use like maple syrup because it's glucose. Sure, that's just a little. Anyway. But that's a basic kind of thing. Get some glucose in there, get some sugars to carry you through, you know, keep focusing on pushing your body and not breaking down the body and especially taxing your hormones more, and then having this recover. So you could use something like this again in the end, mix in your protein. Again, if you don't have a carbohydrate in your protein, you'd need to add one, and then add healthy fat if you don't have it already in your shake. But you could use this as the liquid base here too, so you get that glucose at the end as well. Whew! Okay, but this is a really important piece, and especially with, you know, spring, summer, you know, everybody's going to get outside, going to want to do 5Ks, going to want to train, all this stuff. And getting this down is really important, because if you're focused on fitness, focused on health, focused on trying to make a difference for you, it's the little things like this that can really be holding you back. So again, if you have questions, I would love to answer them. But if you're wondering how this plays into the challenge group that I do have a lot of information like this that I release. Really short, intense workout like HIIT or Tabata. Oh, Erin, what a great question. I love it. If it's something like this, you don't necessarily need to worry about it as much, especially with hormone issues. And that's why I actually recommend women with hormone issues starting off with like 10 minutes of exercise, 10 to 15 minutes of exercise. That's as much as your body can handle before it needs to rebuild and reboot again. But you can do that a couple times a day. So maybe throughout the day, you'd get in maybe a 30-minute workout, just not all at once. So yeah, excellent question. You wouldn't necessarily need a glucose injection in a shorter workout, but you would still need after. You know, teach your body that if I'm going to push you, I'm going to fuel you. If I'm going to push you, I'm going to fuel you. And that's how your metabolism just starts to get up there. Yay! Okay, whew! Lots of good questions. I love it. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. But again, if you have questions, let me know. I love answering questions. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And everybody have a great it's Tuesday, right? Tuesday! Wait. Add glucose every 30 minutes when working out. Yes, Amy. Yep. Yeah, that's going to help not break down muscle tissue, mitigate cortisol, and keep your entire endocrine system and all your hormones much, much happier. This is something that, again, a lot of people do, a lot of athletes do, and it's just not a technique that's passed down to sort of regular people, we'll say, but it should be, especially people who are you're really trying to push yourself. And again, I compare women to, like if you're having a hormone issue or another issue, it's tough to feel like you're at the same starting spot as somebody else. You feel like you're way back here and everybody else is all up here and you're way back here. So to get you here, these are the things to do, to implement. So yeah. All right. Everybody have a great Tuesday.